Welcome back, guys. It is thrift flip and DIY time. Let's go ahead and get started. I am wanting to put together a cute little garden piece for the front of my house, and I just want to use the stuff that I have on hand. So I'm going to start out with this giant green pot that was left at our house whenever we purchased it. It's just been sitting in a corner by itself for over a year now, and I'm going to clean it up and give it a good paint job. It had a bunch of really nice soil in it, so I just dumped that in the wheelbarrow and then I cleaned it up with some soapy hot water, rinsed it off, and let it air dry completely. And then I'm going to use some of this stone spray paint. This was just left over from some other projects, and I just want to give this some texture, and then I'm going to paint it black. I don't want it to be gray, so I'm just going to spray this all over, and I had literally just enough to cover the entirety of this pot, or at least the outside, to give it that good texture I'm looking for. That needed a little extra time to dry. It does get a little tacky right before it finishes drying, so make sure it's thoroughly dry. If I say dry one more time. And then I'm going to spray paint it black. I'm again using some Rustoleum 2X primer and paint, and I'm just going to give it a nice solid coat. I'm going to do it down on the inside to that lip, because I know the soil is going to come at least that high, and then the entire outside. I'm not going to do the bottom because this project is for me personally, so I'm not worried about the bottom being painted. I'm going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to start in on the decor that we're putting into it. I had picked up this framed metal piece. It's like a wall piece, thrifting probably about a year ago. It's just been kind of hanging out, waiting for the perfect purpose. And I really liked the flowers on it, but I could never quite place on what I wanted for it. And now I know. So I'm going to use these as some garden flowers. I don't know if you've checked the prices on those cute little metal, stakes that go into your garden with the designs and stuff, but they're really expensive these days. I paid less than $9 for this entire thing, and we're going to get the Dremel out and take it apart. Make sure you're using the proper safety gear. I'm using a face shield to go in on this and a metal Dremel blade, and I'm just going to cut where those welds meet the flower and they meet the frame. And I'm just going to lay it down to where I can get as straight of a cut as possible and cut all of these flowers off one by one. After that, they do have some sharp metal spurs at the end, so I'm going to use a file specific for metal, and I'm going to file down the edges so that they're not sharp and pointy. Then I'm going to clean up, and we are going to be adding these to some stakes. So I'm just going to be using some small square dowel rods. You can use dowel rods, metal rods, whatever you have. I'm just going to use these because I already have them at home, and I'm going to cut them in half. I'm not being very particular about this. I'm not measuring because it doesn't matter that much. So I'm just going to use my little hand miter saw and cut these in half, and then slap on some black acrylic paint. That way they will kind of blend in. And then I'm going to use some floral wire to wire them together. I want the wood part and the metal pole from the flower to both overlap each other a couple inches. That way I know it's going to be stable whenever I wire it together. After this, I could paint this wire black, but I'm lazy and I'm not going to do that. Again, this is a personal project, and you'll definitely be able to tell from the quality of what I'm making for myself versus the stuff when I make it to sell. All I'm doing is cutting a long piece of that floral wire, and I am wrapping it around many, many times and pulling it as tight as possible. I'm helping with some needle nose pliers to pull it as tight as possible before I cinch it, twist it down. That way I know it's going to stay secure whenever I put it back into this pot. Now I am going to set those aside and get this pot ready again to add that soil back in. So once it's dry, I'm going to move this back to the front of my house where it's going to go. And I'm going to add some plastic bags to the bottom. I did drill some extra drainage holes for this since this is kind of old and the old ones were kind of plugged up, and I just want to make sure, since it's not real flowers, that that water is getting out of there if it can, so that it doesn't flood or cause any issues. So I just drilled a couple extra holes. I used some plastic bags in the bottom to help kind of fluff it up so that the soil will sit higher in the pot. That way it's basically to make it more full. So I put those plastic bags down and then I started putting that soil back on top. It's really nice soil. I wish I was a flower girly. They won't survive me, guys. They just won't. I've tried. It's not for me. So metal flowers it is. Um, I'm just gonna break all these clumps up, get it back in there nice and good. And then I actually have a bunch of these glass beads. These were also left at our house. We found them in our shed. And originally I was just going to sell them on Facebook Marketplace, but now they have a purpose. So I'm going to put these down and put them down around these flowers. Now, originally I was going to leave the flowers as is, but I hated the color matching. Like they're basically the shape and the way that they needed to go in the pot. There were two of the exact same flowers on either side, and I hated it. So I grabbed some acrylic paint, and thankfully these have like a really rough brush look to them, as in like they're really streaky. So I just picked two colors that I wanted that I thought would complement the other colors that I was leaving behind. And I did a light purple and I did a pink, and I just did a really rough brush paint on these. I let that acrylic paint dry and then I hit it with some of the clear, I think it was a semi-gloss or a gloss clear spray paint. And then they were way shinier than the other three that I did not paint. So I went ahead and sprayed those two. That way they all have the same sheen to them because that was really bothering me. Um, and then I also wanted to pick up a few more of those glass beads after I got them down and spread out and kind of was like playing around with flower placement. I didn't love it. It just felt like it was incomplete. So I think painting those two of the flowers really, really helped. And then I also found at the Dollar General this cute little metal frog with a little shovel. And I love him, and I think he just adds a little bit more life to this. And then I also picked up, like I said, some more of those glass beads just to fill it a little more. And I grabbed one of the little solar lights. I got the glass beads and the solar light from Dollar Tree. And I charged that and I'm going to put it in. That way it just gives a little bit of a glow at nighttime. For our little walkway there's not a light. And so just kind of like illuminate it just slightly to make it a little easier. I'm actually super stoked about how this turned out. I really love it, and I'm trying to motivate myself and get myself excited to start working on the outdoor projects on my house. And I think this is just a start to kind of kickstart that creativity to make me want to go out there and start on these projects because I need to like paint and I really want to do a mailbox makeover and a couple other things. And this is kind of getting the juices flowing, that creativity going to hopefully push me through on those projects. So you guys hold me accountable. Check in. Hey girl, you started on those projects? And also, definitely let me know what you think about this one. Like I said, I thrifted this metal piece and I really liked it, but didn't know what to do. And garden stakes and metal pieces are so expensive these days. So I decided to just make my own. Now, is it perfect? No, but it's quirky and cute and I love it. And if you love it too, give this video a thumbs up. If you're going to give this a try with maybe some other metal signs that you found, I would love to see them. Consider joining my Facebook group. Also, consider subscribing to my channel if you're new here. About 90% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and that kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. So consider it. If not, hopefully you stop by again. I'm going to wrap this up, and I'll see you next time.